Here's a walking tour of Bramwell, West Virginia. Well, part of the town of Bramwell, because I didn't get everything in this trip. Mainly because it's so miserably hot that day, and I got distracted trying to film some trains at the nearby main line a few miles from here. But here's a couple old Norfolk Southern and Norfolk Western cars that was left here for display. Which ironically, that was probably the last train that ever came through here. Norfolk Southern came and put these cars on display in the little siding here in 1997, and according to what I read on the Abandoned Railroads of West Virginia Facebook page, that was the last train ever through here. Probably been over 30 years since anything's crossed this crossing on Norfolk Western branch line. But this station was very busy because Bramwell is where a lot of millionaires, coal barons came. They came in to form their own town, basically. And a lot of them lived here, so a lot of people stopped here over the years on and off the train. So there's always people coming in and out. Of course, I don't think this line's seen passenger service in a long time, or any trains in that matter. Over here, you could tell where a building used to be. Got this parking lot where buildings used to be at one time. But here, as I walk up the street to Commercial Road, some nice buildings. The blue car that I travel around in kind of sticks out like a sore thumb here. Aside from that and the other vehicle next to it, everybody else parked here was actually side-by-sides. There's so many people on the side-by-sides that was riding the Hatfield-McCoy Trail system was coming here. A lot of them, when the restaurant here was, I didn't get to eat. Well, I wouldn't say I didn't get it. I got some ice cream there. Very good ice cream, by the way. Nice hand-dipped Hershey's ice cream. Next time we come, I'm going to try the pepperoni rolls in the restaurant at the very end there. But here's where I walked across the street to get a better view of the buildings here on Commercial Road. Which is very interesting. I didn't film that house, which I think was a very important house. Except for that building on the corner, everything else in this stretch has been restored and got some kind of business in it. Looks like the one in the corner, somebody is restoring it though, because all the windows were removed and boarded up, and it looked like they recently replaced the roof, from what I could tell. Apparently, something I learned today I didn't know. The Hatfield-McCoy Trail system that's so famous does come into Monroe County. I knew it went to Wyoming and McDowell counties. I had no idea it went into Monroe County too. So I kind of wonder how far it goes. That's a big thing here in southern West Virginia for tourists, by the way. The trails that you ride in on, the Hatfield Trail system. And where I live in Fayette County, the big tourist attraction is the whitewater rafting in the New River Gorge. But the Bank of Bramwell, according to what I read in the walking tour brochure, that was actually the richest bank in the richest bank in West Virginia at the time, and one of the richest banks in America, because so many millionaires there. Because apparently the founders of the New River Coal Company had a house here. I can't remember the name of the Collins. Justice Collins' son had a house here. Also, the Itman, IT man, I think how it's written on the walking tour brochure, he also had a house up here. And he founded the Itman Coal Company and the Itman Company store. Oh, by the way, if you're new to my channel or you've been here for a while, I do have a nice walking tour video of the Itman Company store I done when it's for sale. They celebrated real estate, so it sold. It's a good friend of mine, and I was able to get access and do a video there, which is over in Wyoming County, by the way. Also, I am planning the second trip here. Probably on the day when it's not so miserably hot and I have more time, I want to come and do a better walking tour video and actually do the whole town instead of this part of the town. I'd like to point that out, because this is why I turned around and went back the other way. And I was reading the sign there trying to remember what it said. Okay, somehow I did that clip twice. But this is, after I read, I think that's the one that the Collins family owned, according to what it said. I didn't find the house until I was doing the driving tour. We passed the house that was by the owner of the Itman Coal Company had, that found the coal camp at Itman. Was just very interesting. I saw a few other houses I was wanting to see when we were driving around. Oh, by the way, Shane and Melanie that has the Appalachian Project done a very good job here. They really went into detail. They drove all over Bramwell. Even found some places that I hadn't located on this last 2 trips. They also talked about how good the pepperoni rolls were in this diner. And I love pepperoni rolls. Needless to say, make a long story short, I did not get one. So my next trip here, I will try the pepperoni rolls. Of course, I walked back here. It turns out that I went the wrong way. I should have done the whole circle because there's not much back here. You got the river that we walked across, but that's about all. You got the river and a few old houses. I'll go ahead and point that out in the video. Beautiful view to walking across this river, though. I like to point that out. It's a miserably hot day. It's tempting to get in the water on this miserably hot day. Down off in the distance, there's a bandit train trestle that I pointed out. Now, if you enjoy my videos, please like and subscribe to Wallace Trains on YouTube for more. And sometime during the month of July, my goal is to come back and do a better walking tour video, actually locate where all the historic homes are so I can focus all on the historic homes and buildings. That's my goal. Probably be towards the end of July before I get back. Maybe sooner, depending on how busy I am and the weather and everything. Thanks for watching.